Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Wednesday, the 10th of November, 2021. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. I do general channeling for the collective, whatever the guides want us to know at that moment. And also, I do mini reads in there as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self, or if you want some guidance about a certain part of your life, come along in there. It's by donation for those mini reads. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there as well. Let's see, what are the energies that we've all got going on today? To dance with joy, very joyful day. Happy days. I'm not picking up anything else from that, so what could be more simple than just having a joyful day? But that here is vulnerability as well, so vulnerable but happy. Interesting energies. Vulnerable but happy. So that's a nice mix. Now, what could be vulnerable and happy at the same time? Or, what could lead to vulnerability and happiness? Well, often love can do that. We've always got to be vulnerable in a relationship, right? But it's very joyful when we do open up like that. And so some of you could be opening up to a relationship today. Others of you could be opening up to other things that make you vulnerable. It could be an addiction or something like that. Fake happiness, fake joy. We get high and things like that, and it leaves you vulnerable. Watch out today. If you're sidestepping emotions, if there's something that you don't want to feel, and you go for fake joy by getting high instead, you might fall off your scooter or have some kind of an accident. There might, there could be a wake-up call that comes from it. Let's put it that way, because the devil energy coming out there. Thank you for that. Because I was only thinking in the positive here, but yes, how does to dance with joy and vulnerability come in? Well, you might be making yourself vulnerable today by addictions or going for that insta joy, fake joy kind of thing, not the lasting stuff. So interesting, very interesting energies. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is an independent kind of something coming good, especially in finances, career, that kind of thing. But it's something that you're doing for yourself. And so it's a gain, net gain is what I just heard here. And it's specifically for you independently. So it's your salary going up or a bonus for you. Or what else could that be? A win in some kind of way. You could have an offer accepted on a house, that kind of thing. And it's just you, it's just in your name. What else? What else do we have in the energies for everybody today? Page of Swords. So this is somebody wanting more details from you is what I'm getting here. This devil energy. So for those of you, yes, it could be an accident. It could be like getting high and then having an accident as a result. It could also be like getting high or doing the wrong thing and for an instant win, and getting pulled over by the cops and being questioned. Someone's wanting some information off you here, and it's not altogether positive. Someone could be questioning you, like interrogation kind of thing. That's when it's paired up with the devil. That's for those that are in that kind of experiencing these energies in the negative, let's put it that way. Now in the positive, so if like you just never would do anything like that, you're beyond that, and it's all going to be positive expressions of this energy for you today. This could be someone wanting more information about you. They could be asking people about you, and they could be asking you about you as well, because they could be considering offering you something, a personal win here. This could be a boss or a potential employer or a potential customer asking for more information off you, but specific information about you. So this isn't like how much your readings and stuff like that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff happens every day. But this is more, in my case, it would be someone perhaps asking me more about my business, maybe in order to do a collaboration with me, or somebody wanting more information about, I don't know, something about personal about me because they want to know if I'll work with them or something. I don't know, something like that. Someone wants some information off you anyway. Let's get one more out. What are the energies for everybody today? But yes, it could be an interrogation too. You could be caught on the flip side of this energy. Unwanted prying, that kind of thing. Seven of Cups and Temperance. You've got a choice to make today. Obviously, I mean, there's the positive and negative. There's always the positive and negative, right? These energy updates, I talk about it in the positive because, I mean, I get positive experiences generally in my life because of all the healing and stuff that I've done and the consciousness that I hold. And so I tend to focus on that because I translate it in my own experience, right, with my own wisdom. But these are the energies that are about. So there is always the option. Generally, people don't watch me that are taking the negative option, but sometimes we slip up, even me. And so there is a choice to be made today. This is saying that have patience with it. And so if in doubt, don't get high. If in doubt, take some time to make your choice. Especially if you're being interrogated. Well, maybe if you're not being interrogated, but if someone's asking questions of you, you might want to take your time considering your answers, because there could be a lot riding on this, a lot to benefit you riding on this. Tell us why the devil's here. Why have we got the devil here? This temptation today, you know, addictions are always about that. It's about what I don't want to feel something, so I'm going to get high and stuff. I'm going to avoid that feeling. You don't avoid it. You store it up for later, and it gets worse and worse and worse. But it's always an option, right? The Priestess and the Ten of Emotions. The Devil, the Priestess, and the Ten of Emotions. This could be sabotage. Because the Ten of Emotions, because that is the happily ever after. Don't sabotage that. Intuitively, you know. This is something that you know about yourself. It could be one of your common sabotages, the addiction. I think everyone's vulnerable to this today, no matter how positive you've been, even if you've left an addiction behind. I feel like there could be something that comes up today that puts you back in old feelings of, because it's about something that's really dear to your heart. And you know it about yourself, but you could still succumb to it, to an old patterning, especially around addictions or sabotages. Because it's a familiar feeling and you don't want to feel it again. And you thought that you had overcome it already and it was never going to come up again. And here it is coming up again. Yeah, be careful. Be careful today with that. So, like for me, using me as an example, I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I know now, now I don't drink. It was to overcome anxiety. Now, if I was on a date with, say, Ten of Emotions person, so someone that I thought, you know, it's really important and everything, I might be nervous. I probably will be nervous. I might be a bit anxious going on that date. I might, in that circumstance, be tempted to drink to not feel that anxiety. And there could be problems because of that, because if you drink, you're not present, you know. And so not that it would be some terrible thing or anything like that, but it's still not being present and sober. I wouldn't really be getting out of it what I want to get out of it. And so it could just be something as subtle as that. You know, not a major deal, not like getting locked off or whatever, but it might just be something subtle like that. And a repercussion of an old familiar sabotage because of old familiar feelings, And it actually takes you away from your happily ever after ever so slightly or a lot. Perception. So perception, right. So if we're talking about anxiety, that it is your feeling and that old you had a lot of anxiety, would, I don't know, smoke pot or whatever to get over that. Stay present with that feeling and perceive it and notice it being there. Don't try and be vulnerable in your feelings instead of being vulnerable by trying to suppress your feelings using your usual sabotage. Perceive it instead, just be present with it. Because I'm feeling that the feeling is not as bad as the repercussions that you're going to get. That's when we get hard lessons, right? I had a hard lesson. You might see that I've got a scar under my nose here. I've got scars on my head too. Because one time I got drunk and I fell over seriously and slid my face down on a road and badly damaged my face. That was a massive wake-up call for me. You don't want something like that happening. Now, it might not be as serious as that. I obviously needed that wake-up call. But it might just be, like I said, it might just be a subtle thing, like really you want to be present with it. Nine of Pentacles, especially if we're talking about your happily ever after. Yeah, I mean, why would you want to miss the joy, like the true joy in it? You want to feel that because we miss that too when we do the addictions and stuff. Nine of Pentacles. I've got the Nine of Pentacles here. What's this win? This is like a personal win in money or in some kind of pentacle thing. So a tangible material asset. Getting an offer accepted on a house, getting a raise, getting a bonus, receiving a check. I've got the Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Voices. It could be something that frees you. Yeah, because it kind of come upside down. It could be something that frees you. So there might be some kind of magical manifestation today of some money that makes it possible for you to pay that bill that's outstanding. But it might also be a large amount of money that frees you from a job that you don't want to be in as well. It's a personal amount of money. Yeah, it could be a getting money in a will. It could be that for some, or it could be selling your house and that gives you freedom to move as well. It could be that for some. But there's a personal win here that actually frees you from something that you felt bound to, held back by, tied down by. It does feel like finances to me, although it could be location thing as well. Yeah, it could be something as simple as a travel restriction being lifted for some people that's had you feeling tied down. It's had you in a struggle. It's something that's had you in a struggle or feeling tied down. And so some of you, it's an amount of money coming in because you've been in a financial struggle, and then suddenly you can pay that bill and the things that you need to pay. Could be a big relief for some. For some, it could be like massive freedom. Just depends where you are on that abundance journey. Page of Swords. Someone wants some information off you. What is this all about? Oh, it's happy. Happiness. Okay, so it's a happy thing. For most, it's not going to be an interrogation, but it's someone that wants some more information. So it could be someone that's interested in you for a romantic relationship and they want to know more about you, asking questions about you. Like, what do you like to do on the weekend, or things like that. Just wanting some information about your happiness, what you like, what you prefer, what you like eating, where you like going. Do you like swimming? Do you like, that kind of thing? Someone asking that information. For some of you, it could be about a job. It could have something to do with this Nine of Pentacles, of someone asking you details of what would make you happy. So it's like, or what do you want your salary to be? That kind of thing. If you are going for a new job, what would make you happy? This could be about negotiations, yeah? Again, it could be about buying or selling a house as well. It could be about that. People wanting to know what offer would make you happy, or negotiations around that. So there could be a bit of, not bartering financial, but things added in. You know what I mean? So you could be buying a house and they say, well, we could throw in the boat at the back of the yard too. or yeah, someone asking you what you would like. It's very positive, this interrogation. Tell us what's behind this positive questioning of you about what you like, what you prefer. Letting go. There's an aspect of the energies today where you can leave a struggle behind. You can leave some hardships behind and things get easier. Because I do get this very positive energy. Well, of course, To Dance with Joy came out first. But I think that those of you that are like on your game kind of thing and not succumbing to your ego, your fears and emotions and kind of doing the wrong thing by yourself, those of you that are self-loving, I feel like the struggles are behind you now. Things are just going to get better from here. And I think you're getting evidence of it today, not only in some kind of a financial manifestation, but also someone actually asking you what you prefer or what would make you happy. That's a great manifestation too, when, especially when you've been self-loving and maybe it's just you that's been doing that, and then suddenly someone else wants to make your wishes come true or is asking you what it is that you want. Like, I'm receiving at last. Could be that for some of you. Letting go of like a hard period in your life. Why the Temperance and the Seven of Cups? Do you need to wait before a decision now? What's this about? Temperance and the Seven of Cups. Wait before a decision is made. There could be a little bit of confusion about a decision being made. Something could seem too good to be true today. It's like, what's the catch? Why are you asking me what I want and you'll give me anything? What is this? What's the catch here? Is this a con? Temperance and the Seven of Cups. That's too many. It's those two. So it could be a love offer here. And you might wonder what the catch is, because it's the Two of Emotions, but also the Nine of Voices. Okay, so we've got two options here. We've got two options. It's either something, an amazing love offer that you definitely want to take, but there's some anxiety that kicks in. So if the anxiety kicks in, instead of drinking alcohol or whatever it is that you do, just take your time making that decision and sit with the emotions of this Two of Cups offer instead. Sit with it and feel it instead before you make that decision, rather than Dutch courage and then making that decision. Some of you could be asking someone out and you just need to take your time before you do that. Some of you could be having a love offer come in, being made to you, and it has you all nervous and anxious, and you just need to take your time with that. There's very much an element of you might not want to go back into old ways kind of thing, old sabotages today. It could be quite tempting to get back into old sabotages today. Feminine energy and transformation is behind that, and so you've been transforming yourself and now you're open and receptive. I do feel like a lot of you could be receiving good things, and it might seem out of the norm for you. You might just be starting to manifest positive things coming into your life and people caring for you and wanting to know what you want and what you want to do and where you want to go and that kind of thing. And it might be unusual for you. You might not have experienced a lot of that receiving. Get used to it. I mean, let it in. Whoa. Yeah, let it in. Get practiced at that, letting it in. It's important right now to take a step back. This is about our love lives, by the way. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now's the time to give to yourself. So a bit of a self-love thing going on here, especially if you're in the, you don't need to reply to that text straight away, this Two of Emotions one, especially if it gets you in that anxious place. And the Twin Flames card here. So it could get you into an anxious place because there's a lot riding on this relationship. You've got a lot of feeling about them. And the anxiety isn't a red flag. It isn't saying, this is fear telling you to get out of there. It's just natural fears because of the baggage that we've got. And so take a step back. You don't need to answer straight away. It's about this. You're transforming to being open to much better things. Or you have been transforming to being open to much better things. But as that comes in, it might have you scared. Scared of it's too good to be true. Scared of, that whole waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of thing. Right? Where are the cameras? Am I being spoofed? That kind of thing. Because it's so good. Tell us more about our love lives today. What's going on in everyone's love lives today? A new start is coming. And a new romantic cycle begins. So yeah, it's two of emotions energy here. There's always the choice of messing it up. If it's twin flames, you can't really mess it up, but you might mess it up in the moment right now. You might. A new romantic cycle begins, a new start is coming. I mean, you could delay it a little bit further, but yeah. I mean, we always have. We've got free will, right? And we could all succumb to that devil energy today quite easily. I think it's not going to have long-term impacts if we do. It's just going to mean that we need more lessons, and we don't necessarily need that, And that's what I was getting. You could trip up. There could be a hard repercussion from it because the universe is saying to us, no, don't do that again. So I'm going to have to give you some serious feedback if you do, so that you have that wake-up call to not do it again. Friendliness. You're able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. I'm feeling that this is that information thing, someone seeking out information. So for some of you, it is a love interest, this Page of Swords that's been watching you. They're asking about you. Other people about you, but I do feel like it's them asking about you, what it is that you like and all of that today. So being friendly, and you recognize that they are trying to find the connection between you and wanting to connect with you, wanting to know about you, wanting to learn about you, that kind of thing. Could be going on a date. It could happen in that kind of way. But I'm getting this more like a pre-date kind of a thing here, or just like, getting to know you a little bit better before you go on a date. Random question, Right. What do you prefer? This or this? Palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. Nice. So these are stable beginnings starting in this new romantic cycle here. A new start is coming. So I'll put all of the Psychic Cafe stuff out. Let's move that. Tell us more about the energies today. Call of the Muse. You've got someone's attention, and someone else might have your attention as well. Your muse, someone making you feel something. Someone's kind of looking at you like you're some incredible creature, some beautiful mythical creature with rainbow wings on you, just fascinated by you. It's that Page of Swords. Really, someone is seeing you as the muse. Someone is focused on you, impressed by you, beguiled by you, that kind of an energy here. Someone could be obsessed with you. I don't feel it's a negative obsession at all. It feels like a very positive one to me. Someone can't get you out of their mind, and they're just interested. They're probably feeling a very close connection to you. Well, the Twin Flames card has come out. So feeling a very close connection, and that can lead to that kind of an obsession. Twin flame energy there. Service. You stop using the universe to try and get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. Yeah, I feel for a lot of you, whatever's coming in today is kind of surprising. And you might think, this doesn't usually happen to me. Something this good. Tides are turning, I just heard. Okay, so What else do we need to know about the energies today? A new job or career. Some of you are getting this and people are asking questions, like your new boss is asking questions. Which office would you like? Like, what kind of chair? You know, you might just have a lot of choice. What kind of chair would you prefer? And just a lot of taking you and your wishes into account. There's hills though, there's obstacles to overcome, but they're not mountains, they're just hills, so it's not going to be a big deal. A funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Again, I'm not getting that that's a big deal, but there are lessons to be learned. Some people could have big deal lessons, but I doubt you'd be watching me if you've got massive lessons to have. But I do feel with that devil energy as anyone could succumb to it, no matter how sorted you think you are, healed you think you are, or no matter how long you've been able to, or that you have not succumbed to those temptations, you still might with these energies for some reason. Money path, a path with money is waiting for you to find it. So I was getting that money could be coming in today. There's a money path there. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly. That's just a little bit of fun for these general reads. Don't make any major life decisions based on those. But if you do want me to pick one of those out for you, for a specific question that you've got, then come along to Psychic Cafe sometime and I'll do that for you and get some cards out as well to get into some detail about it. And you can also ask questions as well in a private reading. If you're booking for a private reading, I'll put a link up there and there's a link in the description box below. Then after you've booked in for the reading, just click on that Contact Us tab on my website and you can ask your questions in there. So how best to deal with these energies today? Four of Wands, just get married. If in doubt, get married. Now, like, focus on your stability and on what you truly want, your long-term kind of thing. Definitely take your time with decisions today, because we've got the Temperance and the Seven of Cups there, especially if we're talking about you getting into a very permanent relationship here, or one that could be with your twin flame. And so you don't need to rush things, is the message that I'm getting out there, but be focused. Make decisions based on your happily ever after and what you truly want. How else should we deal with these energies today? Nine of Cups, contentment and satisfaction. So definitely focus on your contentment, your satisfaction, your long-term happiness, stable foundations, especially in relationships. So think of your yes or no answer question now, because I'm about to get the crystal out. Pause the video if you're not ready. Your answer is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment. What is all of this about for you? And I would love to hear from you. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Your support of my channel is very much appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell. I do these daily energy updates for the collective. I also do 3 pick a card reads a week, and I go live in my Psychic Cafe show 3 times a week as well. Would love to have you in there. And so have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow.